All right, a nice win in game one of this series. Padres win the Max Fried game 3-1. They win the Matt Waldron game, I guess is a good way to put it as well. I think a lot of Padres fans, they see the pitching matchup tonight. Oh, well, all right. Well, there goes the hope for the winning streak to maybe start a new one, to snap a losing streak. But that's baseball. And if you've seen Matt Waldron face good teams this season, mainly the Dodgers, he's kept the Padres in games. And that's exactly what he did today. Not only did he keep them in the game, but the Padres were able to score runs for him, and he was able to leave this game with a lead, with a 3-1 lead, and that ended up being the final score of this game. He ends up going 5 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 10 punch outs, only 2 walks. I mean, career high in strikeouts. And I get it. The Braves, no Austin Riley. That makes a big difference. Ronald Acuna Jr., not the same Ronald Acuna Jr. that he was at the start of last season. It's it's not the same Braves lineup. And when I was watching this game, to be honest, I was not, once we got past the first inning, I was not really scared of the Braves lineup. I thought Matt Waldron was in command. He was in control tonight. He threw the knuckleball over 40% of the time. And I saw the stats that they were throwing up there on the Padres broadcast, and it's like, it's working. So keep throwing that knuckleball. If it's working, it's it's moving the way you want it. It's dancing tonight. Keep throwing it. And some outings, it's probably not going to do that. And that's why Waldron probably stays away from it. And then it really relies on location because we know he doesn't blow you away with velocity, right? I think if you're standing in the batter's box against Waldron and the knuckleball's working, it makes the other pitches better because, like the fastball, for example, may look faster. But if he can't go to the knuckleball very consistently because it's not working, then I think that makes his other pitches a little bit less effective. And opponents can kind of cancel out that one pitch, which makes it easier on them. But today had it all working. So almost goes 6, but that I will take that start any day of the week, especially when you're facing a team like the Atlanta Braves. Now, it's just been frustrating with him, right? Because it's kind of been like the Padres this year where they play up to the competition, but then they play down when you're not facing the Braves or the Dodgers. The Waldron outing that I think a lot of people remember this year where he gave up a bunch, I think it was like, what, 8 runs or something? That was against the D-backs. Not as good of a performance, obviously, against a lesser team. But then, so, I mean, I put this out today after Waldron finished his outing. These are his outings against the Dodgers and the Braves so far this year. May 17th tonight, 5 2/3, 1 earned run. May 11th against the Dodgers, 5 1/3, 2 earned runs. And then April 13th against the Dodgers, 5 innings, 1 earned run. That's going to get the job done. And let's remember, guys, he is the Padres 5 starter. I know Musgrove's out, so he's been bumped up technically to the 4, but Musgrove should be back to pitch Sunday Night Baseball against the Braves, so that's great news. But again, like, I'm going to take that every time. I know some, they hate seeing when Waldron is in the rotation, and I saw already on social media, I think this was before today's game, I hope it was, people thinking that they'd rather have Johnny Brito out there start games over Matt Waldron. But I mean, if we know that Waldron is going to give that D-backs performance, okay, yeah, but he's, for the most part, I think, he's doing a pretty good job this year of keeping the Padres in games. And I think we have to temper our expectations when Matt Waldron is on the mound. I don't think we should expect him to do what he did tonight every time out. Um, I'm looking at his game logs here, and like, what is the most realistic thing? 5 innings, 3 or 4 runs allowed, maybe? Is that, because if you look at the game logs, it's a little bit inconsistency, 4 earned runs, then no earned runs, 1 earned run, 5 runs, 1 earned run, 4 earned runs, 7 earned runs. Sorry, it wasn't 8, it was 7 earned runs against the D-backs. And then 2 earned runs. And then tonight, his performance, right? 1 earned run. Like, it's been up and down, but there's been a good amount of really good outings. I know Michael King and Matt Waldron are different guys, but correct me if I'm wrong, Michael King has had up and down outings. And I'm not hearing people say, well, let's go with Brito over Michael King. Let's not have Michael King in the rotation. And I get it. Again, it's different. It's a different thing. Those situations, those pitchers, I understand. But I'm just saying, I'm in favor of continuing to give Matt Waldron chances. And you hope that the lineup, if his next outing he gives up 4 runs, hopefully the lineup can show up. I love that they got to Max Fried. Fried doesn't make it through 5 tonight. And it was Fried leaving some pitches over the middle of the plate and the Padres attacking. Profar with the single, Crony with the single, made it 2-1. Manny hit a ball hard. And they found some holes. So got a little, during that Rocky series, I do agree with Schilt how the Padres were hitting some balls hard and it went right at guys. Here tonight, especially in that inning there, the Padres hit some balls hard, and when they went at guys, there were guys on, and maybe a bad throw by the other team allows no double play to happen. There was no outs in that situation anyway on the Manny grounder, but hit ball hard, have runners on base, and good things can happen. And that happened tonight in that inning for the Padres. I loved Schilt with the aggressiveness in the 8th inning going with Robert Suarez. Sure, gave up a couple base runners there. But I mean, when Robert Suarez is on the mound, I'm not sitting there super worried. Now, after, it's like, okay, who's going to pitch the 9th? There's that question. But Jeremiah Estrada strikes out the side. He had some saves with El Paso, so credit to him for coming in and being able to do that job. But credit to Robert Suarez, not saying no to the Padres, that no, I only want to go in closing situations. Sometimes the closing situation, the big situation, is when the meat of the Braves' order or the opponent's order is in the 8th inning. You go pitch that 8th inning, not wait for the 9th because, oh, that's where I'm comfortable. That's just my role. No, your role is to help this team win in any way that you can, especially when you already have your contract and you're getting paid millions of dollars. Your role is to go get the big outs. And I mean, we've seen it in the past with Cleveland teams right in the postseason. I know this isn't the postseason, but my mind goes to that with Andrew Miller. And here with Robert Suarez, go get the big outs. And in the 8th inning, that was when the big outs were going against the 2, 3, 4 hitters right out of the gate there. I know he faced more than that, but that's who was due up in that inning. So, hey, couldn't have really, I mean, you could have by winning like 7-0 or something, but really almost couldn't have started off this road trip better. You get a win. Now, can they capitalize, right? There's been times where, okay, you win the Imanaga game. I think that's what happened. Or no. Or maybe, I forget if they won the Imanaga game, but it was close. They have this opportunity here to take advantage of winning the Max Fried game. I don't know if that's a game that a lot of Padre fans were like, yep, winning that game with Waldron on the mound on the other side. But that has happened. Now, can they take advantage? You got Darvish on the mound tomorrow, Musgrove on Sunday, hopefully, and then Cease on Monday. Like, that sets up really well. And so let's see if the Padres could take advantage of it.